Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yeah, you are also audible.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so let me start the recording and then we
Sir,
go live. Yeah. Yes.
sir, 2 minutes only. My PC is showing that background માં તકલીફ થાય છે તો shutdown થઈ જશે તો 2 મિનિટ લાગશે.
Okay, now but first turn is Kavisha's turn, so you can take some time by that time. Okay. Okay, so we welcome everybody in this third session for second day of season 3 of our presentations. Now we are making it online, so we call it webinar presentations. And in today's in this slot, these students are going to make presentations, and they are Kavisha sequence. Also, you are going to make presentation. Kavisha, Mehal, Nirali, Nishtha, Payal, Ravina, and Rita. Okay? In this sequence, you all are going to make the presentations here. Okay? So that is the sequence for this slot. Please remember, you have 7 minutes exactly to make your presentations. We would love to take questions if there are any. But in case, owing to time, if you are not able to take live questions, then put your questions in chat box, and also type your name, the name of the one who questions, because many times you are using some another mobile phone. You're logged in from another device also. So your name and to whom you are asking, that also you mention. The question is for whom, that also you have to write. And then once the question is asked, you should answer also, if possible with a reliable source. If possible with reliable source, you put a link also in the chat for this. Okay. Again, let me give you a reminder that I hope you might have completed your yesterday's work. Your yesterday's work might be completed by everybody. You have to do the marking, self-evaluation, as well as self-evaluation, as well as peer evaluation. So I hope you might have done self and peer evaluation also. Okay? I hope you all might have also uploaded your PPTs in Google Classroom. In Google Classroom also, I hope you might have uploaded your PPTs in Google Classroom. You will be evaluated in Google Classroom with the help of rubric. So in case you have any problem about the evaluation that is done, then with the screenshot, you can share it to me, with me in WhatsApp, and then we will try to see if it is rectifiable or not. Okay. So I hope you all are ready now for this slot. Remember, your time is 7 minutes. Okay, exactly 7 minutes your time. And let us start with the first presenter. So I invite Kavisha to make her presentation.
Very good afternoon, respected sir, and greetings to YouTube viewers. I am sharing my screen. Let me know when my screen is visible to you. Very good afternoon, colleagues.
No, your screen is still not visible. Yeah, now it is. Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay. Okay, so I would like to begin my presentation by asking a question that whenever you see the scarlet letter A or the character of Hester, what thought generates in your mind, or what you imagine while viewing this picture? Like, has Hester committed crime, or has she committed a sin, or is she guilty of a sin? Or do you imagine that whether it was her choice not to conform to the standards of society set by the society, and it was her pride to maintain her own dignity in a society who is constantly nudging her. So yes, this presentation deals with a boldness of Hester, and I would like to quote Sartre, who says that hell is the other people. So yes, the title of my presentation is
Yeah,
Hester
Kavisha,
Prism.
Kavisha, you will have to make your presentation again. Your screen sharing has gone off, so please make it again. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Now is it visible?
Just a minute. That is. Yes, now the screen is coming up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
The title of the presentation is Hester Prenism, rereading as a rebellious emergence of Hester from the gendered territory of the Scarlet Letter. Well, here is abstract, but I'm going to patriarchal power is ruling over the language. There is a gender political language in the opening of the novel. Well, we can say that Hawthorne didn't mean to start his novel with this gendered political language, but it is his indirectly implying that adultery is not a crime. He is considering the consequences of people. So here I would like to make my point clear that I'm not blaming or the narrator, but it's the narrator's intentions like indirectly. Yes, obviously, theological value of the time, but the Scarlet Letter is taught often in schools and universities. Hester has committed adultery. So this language itself is problematic. The students are studying that how women has committed a crime of
I think she is facing a little bit of internet problem on her end. Yeah. Okay, we will continue with her when she joins back. Yes, Kinnari is there right now. Kinnari, are you able to join back? She also had some problem with the laptop. Okay, then Komal, are you there? Komal. Okay, Komal also it seems not joined yet. Then Mehal. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Mehal. Yes, Mehal. You can continue now.
Okay, sir. Just a minute. I will join with other device and share my screen.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Kavisha, there was some. Do you want to continue right now, Kavisha? There was some problem with your network. Yeah.
Okay, sir, I would like to continue.
Yeah, okay, then continue. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Mehal, by that time you be ready, okay, with both the
Okay, sir.
devices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Kavisha, continue with your
Yes,
presentation.
sir, I'm sharing my screen. Just a
Yeah.
moment. It is not working properly.
There is some
I
network
apologize.
issue there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I present my turn last or in the middle?
Yeah, okay, fine, fine. Then, Kinnari, are you ready right now? Yeah, okay, then you make your presentation.
Just a minute, sir. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, my laptop is working slow. That's why it will take couple of minutes.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Take your time and then start your presentation.
Yes, thank you, sir. It is visible?
Yes, please continue. Yeah, it is visible. Yeah.
Okay. So very good afternoon to everyone. Today is my topic from the American literature, The Old Man and the Sea, and from that man's struggle against the nature. Okay, the novel "The Old Man and the Sea" by Ernest Hemingway, and he was his journey from 1899 to 1961. He was an American novelist. He was a short story writer, journalist, and a sportsman. He was influence on 20th century fiction. He won a prize. He won a prize in literature at 1954, and many works are considered as a classic of American literature. He published his short stories, 12 non-fiction works as well. Okay, here's the introduction. A widely framed work of 20th century, The Old Man and the Sea. A novel is based on the true events. It was his last major fiction, which brought to him the Pulitzer Prize award as well as instrumental in winning him to Nobel Prize for 2 years later. We find a use of omniscient narration. Santiago asserted his individualism in the Jew of nature. The protagonist of this novel is not like a Hemingway's other heroes from Nick Adams onwards, who were caught in the black trap of a society and was doomed to struggle, suffer, and perish. But in this novel, Santiago asserted him individual in the Jew of nature. The story of Old Man and the Sea is not a showcase escapism, rather, it is a battle of desire for a liberation. Okay, central idea of this novel, the story of Old Man and the Sea is not a showcase escapism, rather, it is a battle of a desire for a liberation. As far as the social concern of the novel is concerned, The Old Man and the Sea is an extreme exploration of a humankind's relation with nature as well as of the human place in the nature. Man can be destroyed but do not defeated. This perhaps showcase that idea of a strong will desire of human. A person can be killed but can't be defeated until he or she quit. As we can say that there is the age is doesn't matter, but the physical appearance or your psychologically your mind is your mind will consider best. The statement of Old Man can be referred through the novel. Let's have a look on consequences of this statement. Santiago, an old man, unlucky fisherman. Santiago is considered unlucky because he has failed to catch either a big fish. He was gone 84 days without a fish to sell at a market. Not only this, but he's old. To other fishermen equate old age with unluckiness. They think his mind skill have left him. In short, they want to retire him, but Santiago is not willing to compare his fishing like other fishermen, but he is he was mentally strong. That's why he was done his best. As you know, fishermen as a baseball player are very sticky and as such very superstitions. They go through the some rituals where the same clothes when on a hot streak. Here the best baseball expert, the man, he was the best example, and as the Santiago believes him, and he was repeated his streak as well. Santiago's fight against nature. In the Hemingway's tale, he portrayed struggle of men against the Marlin. The Old Man and the Marlin suggest the never-ending the battle between the man and mysterious force of nature, the necessity of killing and being killed. This is an allegory about a life. It is a struggle against the impossible odds of unquarrelable nature force, in which a man can only lose, but which he can dominate in such a way that his lose has dignity. I will fight them until I die. It takes 3 days for Santiago to harpoon and kill a great marlin. At the end, almost the situation came when he has a need to defend himself against a shark. It was marked as a dangerous struggle of a story. The significance of a sea as a natural element. The sea is a symbol of being mother, whose lover is the moon, and who gives the favor from her children. The sea is like both creator and preserver of life. Hemingway stated it in novel when he wrote, "In fact, it is a struggle of man against nature. It is a distant, emotional, gradual. Though he succeeded in catching the marlin, his victory was short-lived as nature attacked to the old man." Conclusion. In the novella, the old man's journey for his greatest catch serves as a seminal example of the man against the nature conflict. Also, the character of Santiago hints at Hemingway's life. It can be assumed that he preferred the way old men lived his life. Here's the work citations. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening me peacefully.
Okay, so see, in work citations, you can because now you are in semester 3, you can now start working to find quality articles. We have referred to many JSTOR articles or many such catalogs of journals. Quality journals are made available to you, or we have informed you that you can use. So going for e-notes or study notes only when you cite now, as you are in semester 3, you should try to see that you try to explore quality material, quality resources to write your presentations as well as assignment also, because now only semester 4 is left. And after that, if you try to go for research area or there, and then still if you will continue citing from study material, it will give a very bad image and impression about yourself also, that you still are not aware about where is quality work, or what should be cited or referred as a postgraduate student. So that is what people will now start judging you, that you are now a senior student in masters, and now to cite only study material notes is not a fair idea. Okay? So see that all of you now, you should not cite from study notes and other thing, but you have to go for the catalogs of journals from where you have to find your resources. Yeah, okay. The next one, who is the next presenter then? Mehal, are you ready? Komal
Yes,
is
sir.
present. Komal seems to be absent today. Okay, Mehal, yeah, you can start then.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hello, I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Uh, Good afternoon to all of you. Today I'm going to present on the Scarlet Letter, and my topic on the conflict of individualism and the society in the Scarlet Letter. So let's discuss on that. The Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter is written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. It was published in 1850, set in Puritan Massachusetts Bay Colony during the year 1642 to 1649. The novel tells the story of Hester Prynne, who conceived the daughter through an affair, and the struggle to create a new life of repentance and dignity, containing a number of religious and historic allusions. The book explores theme of legalism, sin, and guilty adultery. see the what is the adultery in the Bible and any many other religious book. There is a restriction about this adultery. It is considered as a sin or crime. In the Bible there is a uh, restriction that thou shalt not commit adultery. The term adultery refers to voluntary sexual intercourse between a married person and a person who is not their spouse. All Christians believe that adultery is wrong, and they consider it as a sin or crime. And marriage is sacred and should be respected. Now, individuality and society. Hester Prynne is a character and protagonist of the Scarlet Letter novel by Hawthorne, and she suffers a lot for his sin. We can read it, and people say that it is a sin, but it is our law and it is our restriction about that kind of thing, that it is a crime to commit adultery, and society who always blame for that adultery to Hester and her child whose name is Pearl. So because Pearl is not commit any kind of crime, but she is a product of the adulterer. So people of the society will never accept the child Pearl. Individuality in Hester. Uh, uh, in a novel, Hawthorne provides the example of individual who has alienated herself from society through the sin of adultery. Whether the ensuing conflict is resolved as the result, Hester returned to the fold of the Puritan, even your semi-acceptance of the heroine of her inherent goodness has long been the subject of ardent critical speculation. In every individual who lives in the Puritan society. In this novel, Scarlet Letter, Hawthorne used the theme or setting of the Puritan because somewhere it is his own experience and experience which he draw on the in this Scarlet Letter novel. Uh, and then we can see that every individual who lives in the Puritan society has to submit to the limitation of the freedom, where the circle of human and nature behavior is determined by the religious norm adopted by the society. So there is a religions also play a vital role in a Scarlet Letter. So through that, some law of the religious people never accept the adultery crime, and Hester enjoyed also. They want to know about the man who is commit this adultery with the Hester. So, but Hester will never reveal the name of the father of Pearl. These are the character of the Scarlet Letter: Hester Prynne, Pearl, Dimmesdale, and Chillingworth. It is a continuous struggle between the individual and his society. Within this society, each human being finds himself in conflict with human and or religious law. Once the individual breaks this enforced law, whether intentionally or unintentionally, he has to face very severe punishment. So we can see three themes also, that sin, crime, and punishment in this Scarlet Letter, and the society as the law of the religions. They give the punishment as to that she have to wear the symbol of A, and she never reveal it, keep it away from her, and always she wear it on his with his cloth. So the Puritan society of the Scarlet Letter is portrayed as a stern, daily, dark, and the imaginative one, which rules by imposing harsh law. And Mr. Ronald Ream says that that the Puritan society is an evil one, because they never accept any kind of things, and they are so much religious, and never give anyone freedom of religions. They can never uh, break the rule of religion's law. Sin, Crime and Punishment, Dimmesdale, Hesterprin and Chilling Words and Pearl. Dimmesdale also commit this sin, or we can in crime is a thing that we can consider as a crime in a society of our human society, and sin is related with the religious one, so they then that way they are different. And punishment, which everyone got the punishment in the Scarlet Letter. Dimmesdale, who the draw A in on her chest and on his chest, and that way he punished himself. And Hester Prynne got the punishment by the society and a court. And Chillingworth, who also burning in a revenge, he want to revenge with Hester Prynne. And Pearl, who is never commit any kind of sin, but then even she get the punishment for from the society, because she is a adult child and produce of adultery. There is a one term that being for other, and in individual and the society. When we talk about the society, there is they are for other, for a person or a being. So being for other is a social, because it describes the social dimension of our unreflective consciousness. Ontology is the study of being, and being for other is a study of the part of our being that is for other. Moreover, being for others is the social component of our being, because it introduces the others as part of being a general. Being for other is the permanent and the fundamental modification of our being that appear to our reflective consciousness in the encounter with the other, because the society is impression, get the impression in one's mind, and through that one will produce some action, and that mentality will give some kind of action in a society. One person and a mass will create the society, so that way the society is play a vital role in one life also. Their relationship between the individual and the social collective is complementary. We can say that individual and society will become complementary, because they are a person is living in a society, and they will deal with each other. So here some kind of we can say that opinion for that the collective is a powerful entity that gives a shape to the formation of the individual, but this collective wants the individual to accept it leads and submit to its condition in total. Now when we see that a community or society, there is a court, and there will one person who is leader, so that way a leader is an individual, but the court members, that way it is a mass and community, or can we can say that a society. So that way individual and society is collective is complementary. uh, I refer with some editors and with a feel like thank you, masti, silsila, kya kehna, kabhi alvida na kehna. So we can come to know that adultery is not a new one, but it coming from the past. And religion, in religions we can also find some example of that. क्या कहना and the क्या कहना and the novel and the film. There is Priya, Rahul and Ajay in a film, and in this novel Hester, Dimmesdale and chilling words. So we can compare the Rahul, who is commit a sin of adultery with Priya and never accept the child in a child of her of their both. But in the novel also, Dimmesdale also not accept the Pearl in front of the society, but in aloof in her in his room or in his house, he love her as her father, but not in front of the society. So this way the father, who is the father of Pearl, it will never reveal that way, but in the end, it is revealed. People will always blame the girl, not men. Philosophy teaches that to be human, one must be part of some social aggregate. This way we can say that man or society, individual and society are related each other, and a society and person and a being will impression, and we can say the effect of mental process that way they are connected each other. We can't live without society, and one person has a freedom and he can whatever he want to do, but there are some restrictions by the law and religions also. So people will not accept that person who will do whatever he want to do, which is not accepted by or accepted by the law and the law of religion, law of the religion. Here is work citation.
Yeah, show your citations. Yeah, keep your citations on. Yeah. Yes. So Kinnari, if you are present here, Kinnari, then you will find
Yes,
here.
sir.
Yeah, you will see the article from Gestor, Gramsci's reference, then Washington Square Press, Being and Nothingness by Jean-Paul Sartre. That is what Yale University Press, uh, uh, University of Miami. Yeah. So that is what I was making a point, that cite from authentic source, reliable source. We have done a workshop on that, how to identify reliable, authentic source. So now it is time to put all these things into practice. The benefit of these presentations is that we come to know what you are using and what you are not using. That all also we come to know that, well, these things are being understood by students, and they are now putting it into practice. And there are things wherein we still have to work hard so that it reaches out to everybody, to all the students. Yeah. Okay, good. That was a good presentation by Mehal. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah. Okay. Next one after Mehal is Nirali.
Yes, sir. I am
Yeah. Yeah.
presenting my screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it visible?
Not yet. Try again.
Yes, sir. I'm trying.
Yeah. Yes. Now it is visible.
Okay. So, good afternoon, all of you. Today, my presentation topic is the lines that continues to separate us, borders in our borderless world, with the reference of Mending Wall by Robert Frost. So, let's start with abstract. Uh, we all are included in the developed country. Am I right? What are the reasons? According to my opinion, we are increasing nuclear power, planes, helicopter, and other more powerful weapons for defeating neighboring country. For neighboring country, so in the sense, neighboring country, we have animosity relations with our neighboring country because of the little piece of land. So how can we say that we are included in the list of developed country? We have to think more deep into it. So today I am dealing with the the poem Mending Wall by Robert Frost. My research objectives are to know more about how Robert Frost reflects the relationship between the neighbor through his poem Mending Wall, to peek into the current relationship of India with neighbor country and their animosity relations, to find out some other literary examples or work which portrays the picture of this type of issues. Let's see brief introduction about author. Robert Frost was an American poet who was honored frequently during his lifetime, who was one of the literary figure who was awarded 4 Pulitzer Prize for his poetry. In this slide, I have put the introduction of author. Now let's start with Mending Wall. The poem is famous for this line: "Good fences make good neighbors." The poem revolves around the story of two neighbors who come across each other in spring every year to mend the stone wall that separates their farms. The poem demonstrates how good fences create good neighbors, how people can preserve their long lasting relationship with neighbors by founding such walls. As the main work, the narrator questions the purpose of wall. Where it is we do not need the wall. Now borders. Let's see the examples of current issues. India Pakistan and India China issues. uh, India and Pakistan have territorial issues since 1947, when Britishers and India separates. Relations between India and Pakistan have been complex and largely hostile due to a number of historical and political events. Relations between the two states have been defined by the violent partition of British India in 1947, which started the Kashmir conflict and the numerous military conflicts fought between two nations. In this slide, I have put the India-China issues. In August, India accused China of provoking military tension at the border twice within a week. Both charges were denied by China, which said the standoff was entirely India's fault. In early September, China accused India of firing shots at its troops. India accused China of firing into the air, which shows the terrible conditions between terrible relations between India and China related with borders. Here, I would like to put one more example. A short film by Ram Madhwani, "This Bloody Line." In this film, Ram Madhwani narrates the fictitious story or conversation between Radcliffe and his wife, Antonia. Radcliffe is most well known for drawing the divine line that soon led to one of the largest mass migration in human history. Set in 1966, "This Bloody Line" delves into the circumstances surrounding the partition through a fictitious conversation between Sir Cyril Radcliffe and his wife, Antonia. Uh, in "The Bloody Line," Madhwani presents a profoundly human approach to the historically charged subject. Said release, Radcliffe, a lawyer who never visited the country, whose history he would alter so greatly, was given just over 1 month to draw the line of partition splitting Punjab and Bengal. He subsequently refuses his salary of 40,000 rupees and never spoke on the subject publicly, burning all these papers from that time. So these are the current examples and also literary example that how neighboring countries are killing the people to each other's countries, with the reference of Mending Wall by Robert Frost. Here are the references. Thank
Yes,
you.
good one. Yeah, it was well presented, and good references are also given to prove your
Okay.
arguments. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the next presenter after Nirali is Nishtha.
Sir, can I give it later? I'm finding some problem.
Yeah, okay. Then it is Payal. Yeah, Payal.
Okay. I'm visible, sir.
Yes, you are
Hello.
visible. Yeah. Yes, you are visible. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're presenting a screen now. Okay.
Good afternoon, all of you. I am Payal Chudasama. I am present about analysis of the Scarlet Letter. So let's
Uh,
discuss about
yes, Payal,
Scarlet
please
Letter.
play your presentation. There is a button play. Tap on play.
Okay.
So we can see full screen.
Okay now. Now visible?
Not yet. Are you able to see a play button? Can you see
No, sir.
play button? I can see there. Not here. Play button. Play button is a triangle. There is a triangle
Near the arrow
near.
button, Payal.
Uh-huh.
Are you able to see triangle there at the top?
Sir, mobile is very hang.
Acha.
પાયલ જે બે એરો બટન છે ને એની બાજુમાં જે ત્રિકોણ છે ને
Yeah, yes, present on this device. Now cancel it. Present on this device. You have to do present on this device. Cancel it.
Now,
No, no. You play, and then you will see play on this device.
સર મે આઈ
Ha, yes.
જો પાયલ આ અમેરિકન લિટરેચર ઉપર લખ્યું હતું ને કેમ કેન્સલ કર્યું
what?
પ્રેઝન્ટેશન
I'm properly your
open your
voice is
presentation.
No, the
Dear,
mobile is
open your
very slow.
presentation. Okay.
Mobile is very slow, so it is not responding very quickly.
Sir, because she work on the Google Slides, it need a net speed.
Yes, yeah.
That's why.
Even mobile, if it is slow, then it will not work. And even we can see the signal strength is very low where she is sitting. Signal strength is also very low. Only two tower buttons are were visible there. So you have to find a space where you get full network also. Okay, now it is visible. You can start, Payal. Yes, start, Payal. Now it is visible. Yeah, please start. Yeah.
okay. Good afternoon, all of you. I am Payal Chudasama. I am present about ethics of the Scarlet Letter. About the Scarlet Letter written by for Salem, Massachusetts, United States. He was died in 19 May 1864, Plymouth, New Hampshire, United States. He was known as American novelist and short story writer. His works were often focused on science and history. about the Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter, written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. This work first published in 1815. This work, known as American literature, and this work is romantic fiction. This work's total chapters is 24. This novel set in Puritan towns of Boston. I'm visible, sir.
Yes, you are.
Hello?
Yeah, please continue. Yeah, it is visible. Please continue. Yeah.
Okay. Characters of this novel are Arthur Dymdale's Governess Wilkins, Third, Hester Prynne, John Wilson, Pulse, and Roger Chilwood's Hester Prynne. Hester Prynne is protagonist character of this novel. Hester is mother of Pulse. Hester is the symbol of sin, shame, and also adultery. Hester is the symbol of punishment. She is wife of Roger Childingworth. And her story, I have a compare with Kya Kehna movie, because society never accepts this relationship. Second character, Arthur Dymdale. He was lover of Hester. He was also priest. He must suffer too, eternally, since no one known has of his capability when Hester his publicity stands for the adultery. Adultery a letters on his chest. Chillingworth. Chillingworth is doctors, philosophers, and husbands of Hester. Chillingworth is the symbol of revenge. Fourth character, Pulse. Pulse is the daughter of Hester and symbol of innocence, and she is part of a letter. Main idea of this novel. Hester hopes, second, Hester hopes that eventually a day will come when there will be great equality between men and women. Hester is the symbol of freedom and also hope. She is the symbol of feminist. Main idea like feminist philosophy and also punishment and revenge. Throughout of this novel, Roger Chillingworth's revenge between his wife's lover. Symbol of this novel. Third door. Third door is symbol of punishment. Second symbol like the rose bush. The symbol of Hester's beauty. Third symbol like the scarlet letter. A written in scarlet letters and symbol of adultery. Conclusion. In short, this novel presents about religion, freedom, and feminist. And it's the main factor of this novel. Hester is the symbol of punishment. Work citations. Thank you.
Okay. No. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. So next one is Ravina.
Yes, sir. I'm presenting my screen.
Yes. Okay.
Just a minute. So, very good afternoon to all. I'm Ravina Parmar. Today I'm presenting a topic from American literature in which I'm selected the topic Eco-critical reading of the novella The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Table of content. Objective of my presentation. Interpreting a text through an eco-critical lens with an eye towards nature, examine an eco-critical trap within the text. How nature is represented in this text. How the natural setting is portrayed in the novel. Introduction of the author. Ernest Miller Hemingway. He was an American novelist, short story writer, journalist, and sportsman. He was noted both for the intense masculinity of his writing and for his adventure and widely publicized life. His sufficient and lucid prose style extend a powerful influence of American and British fiction in 20th century. That is written by Philip Young. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1954. So, what is eco-criticism? The term eco-criticism was coined by William Ruckert in 1978. Ruckert published an essay titled Literature and Ecology: An Experiment in Eco-Criticism. Eco-criticism, also known as eco-critical criticism and green criticism, is a rapidly emerging field of literary study and considered the relationship that human beings have to the environment. Taking an eco-critical approach to a topic means asking questions not only a primary source such as literature, but asking larger question about central attitude towards definition and nature. So there is a definition by Claude Faltry. Eco-criticism is the study of relationship between literature and physical environment. And moving further in our next slide, as Keldrick Goldfeltry noted the introduction to the eco-criticism reader, just as the eco-criticism is just a feminist criticism examines language literature from a gender conscious perspective, and Marxist criticism brings an awareness of modes of production and economic class to its reading text. So in that way, Sam, environmental critics explore how nature and the natural world are imagined through literary text. Moving further, after many years, a slow development of eco-critical consciousness took a shape and organization known as the Association of the Study of Literature and Environment, famous as ASLE. So, now eco-criticism and Old Man and the Sea. In the title of the novel, we come to see that the conflict between humanity and the natural element. Humanity is represented by the old man, and the sea it represent natural element. The whole text where can see that nature presence is very influential. Nature plays an important role in Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. The major setting of the novel is in the wilderness of the sea. And also we can say that Old Man's relationship with the creature are nature friendly, but he lacks eco-critical consciousness, as we noted in the novel. That we come to know that Old Man who has a friend relationship with nature, but in that sense he was also lack of eco-critical consciousness. He is united with his environment. We find that he knows the sea very well. It seems that Hemingway is aware of the fact that everything has a role to play in this world. As like Santiago play a role to catch a marlin, and marlin play a role that marlin should escape from the old man. And shark's role is that to uh, to satisfy his need. Sharks are represented as a powerful position because of their strength. Here we can say that Santiago is trying to empower Marlin. At the same time, Shark empowered oppressed Santiago's will. That we can see that. But in spite of his closeness with nature, he is not aware of the fact that killing the endangered species like marlin, even if it is not dangerous, then also to kill any animal, it leads to a breakdown as well as disorganization of the environmental structure. So, in conclusion, I want to say that Hemingway himself has an ambivalent attitude towards nature. The picture I'm showing later, by the manner of his description of his environment in Old Man and the Sea, it seems that he is very close to nature and he like the natural environment. By the manner of this glorifying the killing of fish, it reflects that he is not aware of ecological balance. We can say that at the same time he is aware of the man's helplessness in front of nature. At the end of the story, Santiago returns to the harbor with a skeleton of fish. From Santiago, Hemingway makes us aware that a representation of human being going against the element of nature, that is very dangerous. That is very dangerous. So there is the picture in which we can say that Santiago wasn't aware that he had met a disaster in the cycle of nature. And also, here we connect autobiographical reading that Hemingway also not aware about it. In picture we can see that. Another picture is there. That is from Ernest Hemingway photograph collection, John F. Kennedy Presidential Library. Work citation. Thank you so much.
Okay, good. Well cited. Citations are also proper and well argued. A good one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, the next presenter is Rita.
Okay, sir. I'm presenting another device. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, please continue.
Hello, friends. Good noon, everyone. In the paper American Literature, I have took the topic relation between the old man and Melanie. So first, I will give you some brief introduction about the author, and then we will uh, in, discuss about the relation between old man and Menolin. So, Ernest Hemingway, his full name is Ernest Miller Hemingway. He was born on 21st July 1899 and died on 2nd July 1961. He was an American novelist, short story writer, journalist, and sportsman. And also, he was awarded Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. Through his entire life, he wrote many great works like Farewell to Arms, the Sun Also Rise, The Old Man and the Sea, For Whom the Bell Tolls. So, Old Man and the Sea, written by Ernest Hemingway. This work was published in 1952, and the setting of the play is a small fishing village near the Havana, Cuba, the water of the Gulf of Mexico. The protagonist of the novel is the old man, also we can call the Santiago, and a major conflict of the play is Santiago's struggle against the greatest fish on this long career. So, theme of the novel is the honor is struggle, defeat, and death. Pride is a source of greatness and determination. So, the relation between old man and Manolin. The relation between old man and Manolin is one of the apprentice and teacher that growth into a deeper, meaningful friendship. The In the play, we can find that Manolin appears only at the beginning and at the end of the novel. And when the first time old man meet with Manolin, at that time he was only 5 years old, and Manolin's conversation with Santiago, and Santiago longing for the boy's company when he is alone, and Melanin shown to be the someone who loves and respect Santiago. Friend and mentor. Here we can find that Melanin is represent new and Santiago represent old. And also we can find that the difference between age played important role in the play. So I believe that the simple sentence describe the relation between the old man and the boy. The old man had taught the boy to fish, and the boy loved him. Melanin comes from a family of fishermen, and he long admired Santiago as a masterful practitioner of his craft, and Santiago always included Melanin in all aspects of his craft, and the boy appreciate that. And also his own father prefers to do things on his own, and sometimes make the boy feel inferior, and Santiago makes the boy feel capable. And he taught all the things to how to fish, and he taught new many techniques of the how to fishing. And Melania thinks that the old man is the best old man is the best fisherman, and he is better than the he is a many good fisherman, and some great one of within he know. Thus, the disciple and tutor relationship translate to the father and son relationship. In Menolin's words, if I cannot fish with you, I would like to serve in some way. The boy serve every way and take care all parochial needs. The old man and the boy is worried about the long run bad luck of Santiago. Melonians act as a source from which the old man draws hope, courage, and determination to endure such an ordeal. They deeply attach to one another.
through Menolins, what is revealed that the old man was the best fisherman and that he knew many tricks, though he was longer strong. Toward the end of the novel, Santiago says, "The boy keep me alive." He keeps the old man alive by providing him not only with food, drink, but also keep him alive by the being as a psychological source, will and resolution. And thought of melanin are like magical invocation for the old man. So here we can find the many things like a desire to make a perfect fisherman. Here the boy who wants to learn so many new things and tricks to how to learn fishing, and another thing is very important is a human relationship. Here we can find the old man and the boy. They both are respect one another, and also they both are very comfortable with one another, and another one is a devoted disciple. We can find that the one sentence, "I remember everything from when we first went together." Old man gets pleasure when disciple said this sentence. Not only are Santiago and Menolin companions, Santiago also serve as Menolin's counselor. And both Menolin and Santiago are very honest in their personal and as well as professional life. And also Santiago and Menolin enjoy each other company and share a mutual respect. Their relationship based on love and faith. So this is my work citation. Thank you.
Okay, so now, yes, Kavisha, are you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm
Yes,
ready.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
presenting my screen. Is it visible?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to begin my presentation with a question that when we imagine the scarlet letter A or the character of Hester Prynne, what comes immediately to our mind? That is it crime? Is it sin? Or Hester Prynne has committed a sin or is guilty of the sin? Or was it her choice or her non-conformity to submit herself to the standards set by society? So here my presentation deals with her boldness and her emergence as a novel character in today's time. And I would like to quote Sartre for the reference that hell is the other people. So the title of my presentation is Hester Prynneism, rereading as rebellious emergence of Hester from gendered territory. The novel Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter has aroused a great deal of discussion, and among which there was a duplicate figuration of Hester Prynne. That was Hester Prynneism. So my presentation will deal with how, where, and when this term has been applied and what this term actually means. And then the presentation will try to question the practice of Hester Prynneism if it is negative, and to reread so as to reread the very term Hester Prynneism in the light of repelling spirit. In the introduction section, I would like to mention that that the novel begins with Hester Prynne's guilty of a sin. So it wasn't Hawthorne's intention to start with this sin, but he consciously made the sin as the guilty of adultery, and to describe the adultery, not the adultery, but the consequences of the adultery. That why this particular novel deals with the crime, the sin, and punishment. Where whenever I mean these three words, I mean to say that Hawthorne hasn't highlighted these words, but it's the interpretation of the novel that has led to the discussion led to this discussion, that why patriarchal society has constructed this highlighting the sin and not the consequences, and not the rebelling spirit of Hester by non-conforming to the standards of set by the society. Nobody is perfect. So this presentation is also throws light on the nobody is earthly perfect thing. And guilt, the guilt of Hester Prynne, was it forced by puritanical society, or was it her own idea? So the Scarlet Letter is often taught as a novel which is based on Hester Prynne's punishment. So was it her punishment, or she had set herself aside from the standards of society? And when the adultery is committed, it was associated with women and not the men, that is Arthur Dimmesdale. Both are equally it was both of their choice, and have equally shared the thing. But this thing is looked at upon as an adultery and not as a thing which regularly people do. This kind of moral message is given to society, so that society behaves in a particular way and not according to their own wish or their own independent choice. So this also develops the social conditioning of society. Furthermore, the research objectives are, I would like to quote Simone de Beauvoir. I quote, "He is a subject, he is absolute, and she is the other." Now, I unquote. So this presentation also deals with how to read Hester Prynne's character as absolute as a subject and not as a other. Here, I will deal with the society as other. To observe the journey of Hester Prynne and her tag A. Her tag was given by her society and not was her own choice. Then she is habituated with that choice, and she emerges herself as a rebellious character in the novel. To raise voice against the common discourse that any female identity, if she is raising her voice against the social crime, why she is considered as a bad fallen woman. Same as Eve was considered in some of the narratives as a bad fallen woman. Why? Because the female identity questions. Does that mean they are the bad fallen women? And to reject the study also focuses on how to reject the common discourse of Hester Prynneism, and how to relook at the Hester Prynneism from different perspective, from the very contrasting perspective. The questions are, what is the term, and why the term recurrently is coming up in literature, and not only in literature but in media, popular business, ethical studies in negative manner, and how the term can be viewed from an intensely contrasting perspective. The methodology is used, the gender device of the language is used. It also helps us to understand the gender politics of society. The tag of Hester, the symbolic scarlet letter A is connected with the life of women, and the major focus of the women novel is a women. So gender politics. Why gender politics? Because it gives an entertainment to the society. And that entertainment is very much suffering to an individual. So it is this gender politics is like gender language which is operated in society in contemporary area or in Puritanism, is like an entertainment for society but not for an individual. The Scarlet Letter, yes, of course. Hawthorne wanted to title his novel first as Judgment Letter, because the Scarlet Letter A is a development, is like a character who is developing. Like first it is first society is viewing Hester, who has committed sin, which is an evil sin. Then Hester has alone make herself alone and is alienated from the society, and then when she is able to make herself, her existence a remarkable one, then society is tagging Hester as an admirable angel. Now an admirable angel is also a problematic thing, because today's society is viewing herself Hester as a positive from the positive context. Tomorrow it will be from the negative context as well as earlier it was. Now, hesterprenism. What is hesterprenism? Hesterprenism is a kind of pointing out a woman from a certain criteria and looking at herself as if she had committed some as if she has murdered anyone. So, hesterprenism is a continuous and relentlessly functioning cultural dichotomy of a good woman versus a bad woman, and that too bad but desirable woman who needs instruction or punishment. And hesterprenism is profoundly a negative construction of female identity. Now, how is hesterprenism looked at from the society's point of view? Many discourses have aroused many discussion that hesterprenism started from Hester Prynne's character and from the letter A on her chest, but because she has committed adultery, which according to society's point of view is a negative thing. Because they don't think on individual point of view, they just impose their rules on a particular group of people where the group of people are expected to follow certain rules which are made by men of a particular culture. And so hesterprenism serves as a warning or a radical model of what happens to women who do not conform to their social conditioning. So here are the quotes, how society is looking at the Hester Prynne. Here are some of the examples. You can view it later on also from various cultures. Hesterprenism is punishing of people. Now it mainly deals with women, not a man. And particularly Nathaniel Hawthorne has also represented Hester Prynne as a white American woman, which can be viewed from this quote by Hawthorne. And rereading women as a method, rereading of women is always begin with a myth imposed by on other myth. And this Wendy Martin's recontextualization of women we can see the representation of Eve as a fallen woman, and all American fiction narrative heroines as a fallen women, whether it's Doll's House by Henry Gibson, the protagonist, or whether it's this Hester Prynne. So yes, rereading male as self, it is obviously believed by society. Male is a self and women as the other. So how this othering of female gender is happening, and by putting into center the character of Hester Prynne, how she is being constantly nudged over by the society. If Hester Prynneism, if this is Hester Prynneism as the novel has this discussion, then why is it not coming out? Why it is suppressed in closed books and not why it is not coming out? Then why punishment in terms of why people are punishing other female identities just for raising their own voice? Isn't it the responsibility of society or everyone to to raise a question on this discourse, or should we and yes, the main question of this presentation is, should we change the concept of hesterprenism or should we remove it completely? Because as such, it is not going to be removed, because this is so normalized among the society that society unconsciously performs this hesterprenism without even knowing the concept of hesterprenism. Yes, concluding Hester Prynne's this presentation by emerging Hester Prynne as a rebel. She is a rebellious character who non-conformated with the social standards. She is a free thinker. She is re-imaginative. She is powerfully transgressing her own identity. And Hesterprenism, should we view it like this women as a fallen woman, or should we improve this way of this concept by way of looking at Prynne's character as a rebellious character who has gained her own existence in the society and has embraced the consequences of her choice. as the existentialist points out that the human being who make a choice has to face the consequences, has to embrace the consequences. So in this light, Hester Prynne's character also embraces the consequences and fights against the societal norms which are actually leading oneself towards alienation. And the negative practice or concept of looking at women was developed. Yes, was this concept developed after Hawthorne's text, or was it already there? But after the Hawthorne has written this text, the people had given the name to this concept or to this practice. Actually, why the discourse of language is not changing? Yes, when we see the gender politics in language, why this discourse is not changing? Why it is not said that this human being has is accused of rapist, and why it is always seen as she was raped by people, by a group of people? So why is this gender politics in language is working? Still it is working, and even in today's times this concept is not vanished as such. So why is that so? Here are the works cited. Thank you, and I'm ready for the questions. Sir, your mic is muted.
Yeah, it was good, good, but it was a bit longer. So try to shorten it so you can avoid repetition of couple of things from your slide. So that can shorten the time also. Otherwise, it was well prepared with proper citations also. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, questions, if there are any, then put in the chat. Questions you put in the chat. Today we are also having this again, the admission portal is open. So we have to answer a couple of inquiries also. 2 or 3 students are trying to take admission. So we have to keep on having communications also with them also. Okay. Yeah, fine. So who is the next one remaining? Yeah, Nishtha. Nishtha was there. Yeah. Yes, Nishtha.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you ready? Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yes, yes. So very good afternoon to all. So I had this question that why we are studying the literature which was written in 1850. So what is this is seems very old. So what is the relevance of today? So in present time. So I am just trying to connect it with present time. So the Scarlet Letter is a novel by Nathaniel Hawthorne. It is a historical fiction published in 1850, and it is one of the first mass-produced books in America. Okay. So as we know, Hester Prynne is the protagonist and among the first and most important female protagonists in American literature. So in the novel, we find that her husband is not with her. He presumed as dead. So after presumed as he is dead, she has a love affair with Arthur Dementor. So she has a sexual relationship with him. So it is very individual choice and her choice, but she convicted as to the crime of adultery and imprisoned and being punished because adultery is a sin and a crime in Christian religion or in society. But we are more concerned with Hester as she is very rebellion and fight against society, and she has no guilt. She has not no guilt. But what we find in today's society, so we found that society is hell, others are hell. But what about today's concept? So in India, adultery was a crime under Indian law section of 1497 IPC makes adultery a criminal offense and prescribes a punishment of imprisonment up to 5 years and fine. So the Supreme Court says that why each partner of the marriage has equal responsibility. So why should the women make more load than the man? That is reason we call it urgent. So it is the law which said that treated women as a male property and a husband is not the master of wife. So this is very recent example that Supreme Court banned this law in India on 27th September 2018. So this is really very recent example. So there was adultery law in India. More than 16 countries around the world had done away with this law. But UK adultery is not a criminal offense, but it is criminal offense in Islamic countries like Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. It is a crime in Islam, crime in Indonesia. So in some countries, this is not a sin or any crime, but still there are some countries where the adultery is still is crime and is a sin. So I have compared Hector's character with both Desdemona and Ahalya. So when we look Othello by Shakespeare, so it is work about 17th century. So Othello misunderstood his wife that she has affair with his friend. So she was punished by her husband, but she was innocent. And Ahalya was also punished by Maharshi Gautam, her husband, as she has committed adultery. Now here both are innocent, but still they are punished by their husband. If Hester's husband is not there, so society is punishing. But if your husband is with you, then he has right to punish you. So I have also taken this example of movie Etras. So I have this slogan is very problematic, that in the world of women, you either play by their rules or or there is dot dot dot. So what this mean by after rules, or what is mean by this dot? So this is very problematic. This is very recent example. So in conclusion, we have this question that after decades, after century, the situation has changed or not. The situation is same. And what about society? Yes, we always trying to escape from society, that others are hell, society is very bad, doing this, we have no freedom. But who are this society? Who are these people? The people are we are this society, because we haven't any problem with this adultery laws. It was somebody who lives out of India, and who challenged these rules of this law of adultery offense in India. But we haven't any problem with this. And what about existentialism and women? So there should be theory of existentialism of and women, because women have there is a rule over women of society of men. So women's life are more absurd. And we have no individual freedom. Is it a man or a woman? Women have more problem of this, that no individual freedom, no choice, cannot do whatever they want to do. So this novel is still relevant to today's time. Still there is adultery. Yes, the law has banned, but still society has not accepted this adultery as very normal. This is still seen in our society. So this is a work citation, and thank you.
Okay, good. Good. Now, see a couple of things like Simone de Beauvoir, if you refer, then she is existentialist feminist, and many of the arguments that came in feminism, they are also being borrowed from existentialist philosopher. Okay? So Simone de Beauvoir is a very well-known existentialist philosopher, and very important arguments are given also there. It was a good point about adultery that was also taken. So it was in a way very well argued. You made one point that in Islamic countries adultery is still punishable act, but do you have any source for that? With the help of which source
I
do you
have
say?
mentioned one article in a citation.
Which one is that which speaks about this particular one? If you can very quickly remember it.
This second one, Datta Prabhashak, what is adultery law?
Hmm.
No. First one, Viswas Saufik, adultery no longer a criminal offense in India. BBC News,
Hmm.
BBC New Delhi.
Yeah. In that, have you found this one
Yes,
being
yes,
referred? This now
yes.
see yeah, okay. Now see both the citations. If you see Datta and Biswas, that also has still a problem. Okay, it should not begin with www.google.com. Are you seeing the problem in the URL?
Yes.
These are faulty URLs. Yeah, it is. These are the search results. So you have to go to the exact site rather than the search results there. Yeah. Okay, fine. Good, but it was still good, well argued paper. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else is remaining? Komal is present. Komal.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not able to open your audio recording. So would you like to now talk if you are present there? Then talk about your
Yes,
article. Yeah. Make your
okay, sir.
presentation. Yeah.
I'm presenting my screen.
Okay.
My screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible. Yeah.
So, very good afternoon to everyone. Today, for American literature, my topic is psychological reading in prose short stories. So, let's begin with a brief introduction of the author. Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe was an American writer, poet, editor, and literary critic. Some of his best poems, short stories, and supernatural stories you can see in this slide. Uh, if When we are talking about psychology, how can we forget Sigmund Freud? So he is famous for inventing and developing the technique of psychoanalysis. Freud's personality theory in 1923 showed the psyche structured into three parts: id, ego, and superego. Ego deals with creates the demand. Ego adds the needs of reality, and superego deals with morality to the action which is taken. So, what is psychology? According to the American Association, psychology is scientific study of the mind and behavior. Psychology includes the study of consciousness and emotions, emotional behavior, and
I think she is disconnected from this. Okay. Okay. So with this, okay, fine. If she gets connected, we will see that. Otherwise, so today then, who is anybody is absent? Sanjay Dharaiya has shared a video. Sanjay Dharaiya was not in a network, so let us watch a part of his video that he has shared. Okay? Video recording he has shared because he's not able to remain live. Yeah. This is the pre-recorded video sent by uploaded on his YouTube channel by Sanjay Dharaiya.
And today's my presentation topic is the theme of the old man and the sea from paper number 10, the American literature. Ernest Miller Hemingway, he was born in 21st July 1899 and he was dead 2nd July 1961. He was an American novelist, short story writer, journalist and sportsman. His adventurous lifestyle and his public image brought him admiration from later generation. Hemingway produced most of his work between the mid 1920 and the mid 1950, and he won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. Many of his work considered the classic classes of American literature. Theme of perseverance. The Old Man and the Sea illustrate the theme of perseverance in different way and on different level. First, although the old man has not caught a fish in 84 days, he does not move on his again his detractor instead define his strict of bad luck. The old man keeping going out to fish, trying even harder by fishing farther out in the open sea than anyone else. Santiago defeats the mighty fish after all because he is willing to endure exhaustion, hunger, thirst, and pain. Returning home with the skeleton to be a witness to the greatest catch of his life and his skiff badly damaged. Santiago is not defeated, nor is his spirit broken. Like Jesus bearing his cross, Santiago will carry his master to and from his skiff day in the day out, doing what fishermen are meant to do fish. The theme of the pain and suffering. The theme of the pain and suffering intricately, intricately connected to that of perseverance and appear in several ways. Pain is the price of fishermen must pay for bountiful catch. The old man's hands are mere with scare, speaking to lifelong history of struggle with opponent out at sea. In the course of the story, it becomes clear that while these scares are indeed a sign of age, hardship and suffering, they are also sign strength, willpower, and victory. No pain, no gain in the context of this story. The phrase means any worthwhile case comes with painful physical injuries, cut the hands, arm, face, and back of fishermen as he tried to old and real in that phase. However, the theme of pain and suffering goes deeper. The capacity.
Yeah, okay. It seems it is quite well prepared. He has done good work in preparing the slides and also recording the video. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Komal, are you there? Then you can, if you want to complete.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Shall
Yeah.
I begin with? Shall I? Okay, sir. I'm presenting.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, I have to start with the beginning or when I was end.
No, where you ended in between. From there you continue.
Okay, sir. My screen is visible.
Yes.
I was. One. The narrator mistakenly he wants to kill but his wife, so don't want to for his but he him and he hand and later this is he respect he to it when he looks eyes I uh, later
No, I think, yes, Komal,
is
still there is some problem with your network things. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yes, Komal. No, still there is some network issue on your
yes,
side.
sir.
So you're not audible clearly.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah. We have seen your slides that you have uploaded in the Google Classroom, and based on that, I have evaluated you. Okay? Try to see if you can be in a good network tomorrow. Okay? Try to see that for a while you have to make only 7 minutes of presentation. So if you can find a space for just 7 to 10 minutes, then you can be in that area and make your presentation properly. Yeah? Okay, so only one student, that is Samya, is absent today. All others are present, and they either those who were absent, they submitted their pre-recorded video. There, but one student only remained absent today. Okay, so let me give you a reminder that now complete your evaluation work, the thing that are there about peer and self-evaluation. Don't forget to complete that work. Tomorrow we will have a reverse order. From the reverse order, we will have the presentation for the upcoming 2 days. Wish you all the best for upcoming presentations. Wish you all the best for that.
સર સંજયભાઈ નું અમારામાં આપવાનું છે ને આમાં
Yes,
અમારા સ્લોટ
yeah, in that you have to give now. Yeah.